So we go now to a Persian card. Okay, the everything on the card is original. The
Hmm.
scabbard is newly made. Again, silver, heavily gilded. This is also made by one of our Arab persons, and who did it for him, right? Handicraft
Hmm.
and craftsman. And now look at the blade. And Pete, the handle is also walrus ivory, but from the
Yeah, old.
inside of the tusk, right? As
Also,
Jahangir
it's the
said.
dentine, so it's
Yes,
the pattern part in the inside.
yes,
Yeah,
exactly. And when
yeah.
Jahangir said, when he wrote in Persian, they wrote about him that he wanted to have Pulad Gohardar, which is not, and Shizmahi Johardar, walrus ivory with Gohar. So they fit.
Mm.
That's interesting in Persian, right? And
Yeah, yeah. Well, walrus ivory was very popular in Islamic countries in general because of the
yes,
it didn't it wasn't considered as luxurious as elephant ivory, so therefore you weren't showing off as much, though you were. And they considered it didn't change color as much through handling.
and it
So obviously
sticks.
this
When
is
your hand is wet, it sticks to your hand much better
yeah,
than
yeah,
elephant ivory. So
yeah.
you,
Because I mean it's sad for the walrus, but there was a huge trade in walrus ivory from Greenland and Iceland
yes,
to Scandinavia, and
yes,
then also from I think is it northern Russia
Northern
down
Russia.
through
That's where it
yeah
think,
through the
we have this documentation that they imported it from Northern Russia when
yeah
they
that makes sense because
pre,
it had come down the Volga and things on the trade
yes,
routes.
exactly. We take a look at this.
That gilding the gold work there is quite naturalistic. It's not stylized so much. Um,
It is
I'm not a
Zarneshan bead. It is Zarneshan. So this raised inlaying, as in Persian they call it
mm,
Zarneshan. It is not
yeah yeah
Tahneshan, it is Zarneshan.
yeah.
Beautiful.
So that
Right.
yeah, see that's really nicely done.
Yes.
And yeah, you see some of these, and the gold is standing up so high above the steel,
Yes.
and you kind of think,
You can
wow, how
really
are they done?
feel it. It's so high, so
Yeah,
much
yeah, it's
gold.
totally tactile as well. And of course, because it's gold, it doesn't tarnish.
No.
So it doesn't matter how much you handle. I mean, you can wear it down because gold is soft, but I'm just looking when the light changes, you see the at the next to where the walrus ivory starts,
Mhm.
how the gold colors are different
Yeah.
because of the different light, the different angle that the light's
Yes.
falling on them.
Yes.
And it's interesting that card blades often have the same kind of outline pattern for the design, but it always has an individual inside to the pattern.
Yes.
Uh, and it works well on a knife. I really like cards as functional knives. I'm not talking about fighting knives or anything. These are just good knives. If you, I mean, they're for everyday use, for cutting up your food or skinning it, or not skinning, they're a bit thick for that. Oh, a pish carbs.
Yes. A pishkaps, and the scabbard is again new, made of silver, set also with corals. And look at, okay, it's newly made, but look at the design on the scabbard bead.
Oh, that's nicely done, isn't it?
Nice. Yes. Nicely done. Really nicely done.
Yeah.
And so
It's
this is the pishkaps. Yes. Yes. That's right.
yeah. It doesn't seem to have as strongly a shaped blade as three-dimensional blade as some do.
Yes.
Um,
It doesn't. Yes. The
yeah,
T
it's
spine is not pronounced at all on this. Yeah,
yeah,
that's correct. And
but
is
it has that lovely sinuous curve, which
Yes, it does. Absolutely.
aids when you're stabbing because you can get the point in line with your strongest
And
thing. The
look at the
watering is
blade.
good.
Yeah, very good watering. There's no exception.
Hmm.
I mean, all blades in his collection have, I mean, the Persian blades have excellent, excellent watering.
Well, it's clear why he's picking these blades because he's got a fine sensibility
Yes,
for watering. I mean, not everybody has that feel for it.
yes,
I
yes,
mean, a couple of people I know were particularly good at both identifying and recognizing patterns in watered steel, which I mean was a delight because yeah, you're sitting talking to somebody about this and they say, "Oh, look at this dagger," and they pull a dagger out, and you go, "Oh, this is such beautiful steel." And people are saying, "Oh, it's a knife." You're not even looking at the knife; you're looking at the steel. Later on, you think, "Oh, that's a very effective knife," or that would be good if you had to defend yourself or whatever. But first of all, you're looking at the patterning in the steel,
yes,
and even when it's a mechanical damask, when it's
it's
pattern
also
welded
beautiful.
steel, it
Absolutely.
can be equally beautiful. I got out a couple of swords the other day to check if I have to clean them. I do, and one is water steel and one is pattern welded. But the pattern welded one had been hammered into a thing to produce something that vaguely looked like, well, it wasn't a real imitation, but it had similarities in the flow of the pattern to wood steel, except it's much bigger because
Yes,
it's not ingrained in the metal. It's different layers of metal hammered together. But looking at it, you could see there's a real aesthetic to get that flowing pattern.
absolutely.
Whether you're doing it from crucible steel, where it's inherent in the steel, and then you're modifying it like the Kirk Marabin, or whether it's pattern welded. And I mean, in Europe, they had pattern welded blades back in the Carolingian era. I think it went on through the Viking era as well. So and even the Romans did some pattern welding because I've seen a few gladiators where they had pattern welded centers. So it's a thing that people making steel probably originally adopted to increase the strength and resilience of the blades, but then found out you could do really artistic things with it. And the people that developed crucible steel found an entirely different way to find patterns in steel.
Yes,
I mean, I've seen old Mongolian knives that are not pattern welded and are not crucible steel, but the hammering out of the iron and the steel, um, you can see patterns in it
yes, he can.
if
I
it's
agree.
etched. So, there's an inherent thing that steel has certain beauty in it,
Yeah,
hidden sometimes, not other times.
yes, absolutely, absolutely.
Mm.
Oops, sorry. So this is okay. Now, excuse me. We move on to cut down blades, and this is
So
a excuse me. Yeah, this is a cut down blade, right? And these cartouches were added later. So these cartouches are
mhm.
added later. The scabbard is also new, made of silver, and they're the
Mm.
names of 12 Shiite imams which are engraved on them.
Oh, yeah,
You
yeah.
know, and but look at the pattern bead. This
Oh,
is a
yeah.
cut down blade.
Mm. Yeah, well, you're not going to waste a piece of water steel like that just because your sword's been broken.
Yes. So
I
what
mean, you
what they
really want
do
to keep.
if they have like blades which were cut for some reason, broken or cut, that's what they do to them, right?
Yeah, it
Yes.
makes perfect sense. You can see in the water steel, as you go closer to the edge, you start to see the layers of pattern become parallel or
Yes.
waving along the edge. And
Yes.
this is because they hammer the edge out first before they sharpen it,
Yes.
rather than what nowadays you do in a knife factory is you would just grind it out. And
Yes.
the pattern would be the same from back to edge.
Yes.
Whereas this, you can see it's initially done by hammering because if you're making a sword, hammering it out on an anvil, hot and following all those procedures, it's just as easy to do this as it is to grind it out. Nowadays, people just like grinding tools because it's easier. But it doesn't. I'm not criticizing them. It's just that power tools are just normal to us. But back in the day, the power tool was a a water operated trip hammer or something. And that's as far as it got. Everything else you did with your muscles.
Yes, right.
Yeah, that is nice.
So this is also a cut down blade, right? And
Mhm.
the again, the scabbard is new, and the handle is also new. But look at the
Mhm.
blade.
That, yeah, Kirk Nalabone
Kirk
again.
Nardvan again. Exactly.
A very good one. Look how fine
Very good.
the the the, the steps of the ladder are.
And the stabs, as you see, they're doubled. You see that, Pete? You see?
Mm.
Very nice.
Yeah, the actual the way the pattern flows into those
Yeah.
areas is amazing, and how concentrated it is. So the lines are very much finer, and
Yes.
this is from the process, but it really looks good.
This is exceptional.
And that's contemporary silver work,
Yes.
which is also very high quality in its
Yes.
way,
Yes, yes, it is.
and it conforms to the style. They're not trying to imitate. They're not trying to fake. They're just doing something that fits with the
Yes.
design of the weapon.
Yes, absolutely.
So I mean that's good.
This is also a cut down blade. Again, the scabbard and the handle are newly made. This is very
Mhm.
interesting because, Pete, do you remember this one? Where we saw them?
Oh
Sasanian
yeah,
scabbards. Do you remember?
yeah, yeah.
And you see it also on some Arab jambias from Yemen. The same things which you
Yes, yeah. With the
yeah, yeah,
H-shaped grips. Yeah.
exactly. But this is the blade. The blade is again Persian. Oh, this is not a good angle to show the pattern, but the pattern is exceptional. I didn't put a very good picture here, but this is, the blade.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you can see it in the full length picture. It's got
Yes, yes, very
very
nice.
fine watering.
Another
But
one,
could you
which is,
imagine?
excuse me, go ahead,
Yeah,
please.
I was going to say, could you imagine what the original sword was like?
Yeah,
It
yeah.
would have been a real.
Yeah.
See, this
And
is
then,
it.
Mr.
Not only
Alqarashi
are you,
said there are many broken blades which were sold on the market where, they were broken in half or there were parts of it. So he said then he bought them and then what they buy, they invest quite a lot to refit them. So they go to very famed silversmiths, goldsmiths to have real, these ones, to give them, he
Mhm.
says, to give them new life. Because he said it's a pity that those broken blades just, you know, re-
Oh yeah, yeah. When you consider how much work went into the original thing, and often that I was going to say that that blade might have a kind of sentimental attachment. This is the sword I fought in this battle with,
yeah.
and you don't want to just throw it away.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not always just being practical and saving money by getting a dagger blade out of the thing. It's because sometimes these blades had a sentimental value. Now, I mean, not necessarily for Mr. Al-Quraishi, but
Yes.
this practice of reusing broken sword blades is really old.
Yes, absolutely.
It's not that somebody invented it recently for collectors. It's something that's been going on for 1,000 years.
This one also, everything is newly made. I mean, the scabbard and the handle, but the blade. Look, it.
Well, this is high quality.
Yeah,
I, yeah, it's amazing. There's a
amazing.
bit of
Bookshop.
pitting, which no, it's an old blade.
Yeah, very
It
amazing.
the shape of the tip looks curiously like it was from a yataghan rather
Yeah,
than a
yeah.
because it's almost like the upper part would be the sharp bit, but obviously, well, you can reshape it. But whatever's happened to it,
Yes,
the tip has been reshaped
yes. The tip has
to
been
make it
definitely.
more functional.
Yes, the
But
tip
then
has
again,
been.
if you've got a broken sword blade, you've got to do what you can do.
Yes, that's right. This is
This,
also a newly made. This is made in
mm,
Iran, and you see that this is silver, heavily gilded. They put also rubies, emeralds, small ones. And now look at this, Fatali Shah.
Fatali Shah. Yeah.
Yes, they put Fatali
Long
Shah.
after his death, he is still reappearing,
Yes,
showing off his
exactly.
magnificent beard.
So the horn
Yeah.
handle, everything. I mean, these are
Yeah.
newly made, but beautiful bead, aren't they? This is made by a famed goldsmith
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
Iran, right?
I've got a bit of
Yeah.
a weakness for portraits of Fatali Shah because he was such a peacock.
Yeah, he
I mean,
was. Yes.
he was the he loved to show off how narrow his waist was and how broad his shoulders were and how big his beard was, because
Yes,
that was
that's right.
clearly important.
Yeah, this is this one, and now the broken blade. And look at the blade.
See, again, this is really it, it, is does that have kind of rosettes in the watered steel,
Yes,
or
it
is that
does.
just a
It has.
yeah?
It has rosettes there. Yes.
Mm. So that's another technique that's
Yes. It has rosettes.
I'm sure there are people that can do it today, but I haven't seen any work of the quality of these old blades.
No.
I mean, people rediscover things all the time because they put a lot of effort into it. But when you
They
think
make
that this,
crucible steel, as we know it, they get better and better. But this type of
yeah,
quality, mm-mm. And color beat and color. Yeah.
yeah, well, see, this is the thing that's
Yeah.
hard to.
Yeah.
I mean, sitting out with the morning sun might be the best way to examine these. I think that's the real way to see the beauty.
Yeah.
But even so, I mean, these are very clear photographs, giving that feeling of that. The
Yes.
fact that the pattern has a kind of weird depth to it
Yes.
when you look at it,
Yes.
again, it's like looking into flowing water, I suppose, to some extent. But
And I remember I had my cameras when they brought this, and so look at one, and he looked at me. They looked at me. They said to me, "Dr. Khorasani, what are you doing?" "I'm taking pictures. We have a professional photography team." I said, "Okay." "Oh, thank you very much. It makes my job easier." Yeah, we
yeah,
do.
well,
You know.
uh, pro professionals do professional jobs,
Yeah.
and it's photographing metal weapons is a real narrow area of expertise. It's very hard to get good at it.
Yeah.
Um, and to get sharpness. Sharpness is what I really appreciate in these.
Yeah.
I mean, some people like artistic and a bit blurry. I don't. I like sharpness so you can see all the details,
Yeah.
like you're there. Because when I look at something in person, if it's blurry, I think there's something wrong with my eyes. Uh, if it's a photograph and it's the dawn and there are trees and there's mist, that's quite okay to be blurry because that's artistic.
Yes.
But this is documentary. When you're photographing something old and interesting like this, it's a
Yes.
documentary thing, and you want it to be as clear as possible.
Yes. And this is also, again, these are made rock crystals. I mean, this is also newly made scabbard and also handle, but the blade is broken blade. And take a look
Yeah.
at this. Yeah,
Again, this is wonderful,
yeah,
and the color in it too is quite interesting.
yes,
Is this technically called yellow or see I
yes,
don't know. I've read
exactly.
Alkindi and
They
that, but
have, Bede, as you know that, as we saw that also in the different manuscripts are translated, they had
mhm.
16 different categories. 16. One of them was pattern, then density of the pattern, density of the pattern, smell, taste, color, ring, flexibility, they call it dohniyat, and so on and
Mhm.
so on. So they had 16 different types to classify patterned crucible steel.
Yeah, well, clearly it was important and
Yeah,
it got the attention it deserved.
yeah,
I,
yeah,
I, I'm always at a loss for words when I see some of these things and think to myself, just how hard is it to do this? And it's really hard. I mean, again, I'd never be a smith. My silver work is so limited that a child could do better. But it doesn't mean I can't look at this and appreciate just how much work goes into
yeah.
this.
Real work, real work. So we move on to, I mean, we cannot show everything. So part of this collection in the book, you can see in The Beauty of Persian Pattern Crucible Steel, we saw the Persian blades, incomplete blades, then broken blades, which were refitted, then daggers. We saw the original shaped daggers like khanjar, pishkhabs, and also kar. So we have examples from each. Now, we cannot show everything here, of course. And now there
Mhm.
is also a beautiful Persian neze spearhead.
Yeah,
Please take a look at this one, Beat.
that is really lovely, and you can see the kind of cross influence from something like a kama.
Yes,
Um,
yes.
the blades are very similar in that sense. But
This
see,
is a
Naze, you can
cutting
cut and
spear, Beat. as we know,
Yeah.
thanks for mentioning that. Long blade,
Mm,
extremely
mm.
sharp on both sides for cutting, and also is good for thrusting and stabbing. This is a cutting spear, right? Just wanted to
Mm.
mention that. Excuse me. Go ahead.
And a spear blade made of high quality watered steel.
Yes, high quality.
So I mean, it's interesting that you see the spear blades, and I mean, there was a whole fencing style, or there were multiple styles for fencing with these long spears with cutting blades, which I think you've got on the channel in
Yes,
various places too.
yes.
But when you see, I mean, when you think how much if your whole body weight and a horse behind that at the simple stabbing end, you're just going to go through things, but you can just flick it at somebody, and it's like walking up to them with a sword and slashing them, except you're 8 feet away or whatever.
Exactly. That's it. 8 feet away. Yeah.
I mean, it's really amazing. I
Amazing.
love the way they make a baluster at the base of the blade. It's
Yes.
it's purely to be beautiful.
Yes.
I mean, obviously you can tie a tassel or something to it, but it's really there to be beautiful. And the oh yeah, and the socket is
Yes.
complex faceting, two sets of facets meeting, and a very strong point,
Very strong point.
exceptionally strong. Yeah,
Exceptional. Yeah, yeah. Is reinforced. Yes.
yeah, definitely. And it's interesting. It's not tapered to a really thin point. It's
Mm.
kind of
Yeah.
uh,
That's
brought
exactly what it
in.
does. Yes.
Yeah,
That's exactly what it
incredibly
is.
strong.
Incredible.
Mm.
You don't want to get hit with that one, right? Okay.
Oh no, no. I think I bet there was even a scabbard for it when they were traveling. It's just too
Yes.
nice. I mean,
Yes. Look at the
um,
silver work feet. Isn't beautiful?
oh yeah, it's wonderful. I mean, you just see this, and the thing is that this kind of work on spears, you see it completely across Eurasia. Even in Tibet, there are spears that they're not the same patterns, they're different patterns, but the structure and everything. And you make these beautiful spear blades because spears are important.
Yes. Yeah.
And skill with the lance, I mean, we know even from stuff going to back to the Abbasid period, we know looking at Sasanian rock reliefs, seeing people basically hay forking somebody on a horse and lifting them off their horse with a two-handed spear. I mean, I don't know whether they really lifted them in the air, but I bet they catapulted them off the horse's back quite effectively. Um, but this concentration on highly skilled use of the spear and the lance is then reflected in the highly skilled manufacture of the spearhead. Um, yeah, that is lovely.
And a
I think,
beautiful fullers, right?
yeah, the fullers are superb.
Yeah.
I think I showed you that spearhead I've got that's got, like I think it's got um chevron like fullers in
Yes.
it, got wide
Yes.
ones. And I
Beautiful.
mean, that I really should buy a superior piece of wood and put that in the spear butt with a little mace shaped ball on it. Together just as something to put in a stand so people can admire it.
B, do you realize this? The base is also gilded, small part of it. You see?
Yeah, I saw that gilding, and I mean,
Isn't it?
again, it just these little highlights to
Yes.
to make it stand out. I mean, that really looks such a strong blade.
Yeah. This is
Um,
magnificent.
I'm guessing that the blade itself uh, fits into the socket,
Yeah.
so the socket is probably a separate piece and forge welded onto it.
Yes.
And maybe the base of the blade inside the socket, maybe up
Yes.
to that long to make it exceptionally strong. So when you hit people, it's not going to break. And the socket itself, because of the multifaceting, uh, probably is exceptionally strong in its own way.
Yeah.
But
Absolutely.
sometimes, I mean, you're thinking of the socket is attaching the spear blade, so therefore, when you thrust and that, the socket transfer the force. But a socket that's say this long, that's also in case somebody's trying to bat the blade out of the way with a sword or something, and that gives something to stop the spear from being cut
Yeah. Yeah.
because it's close to the end of the spear that's in more danger. I mean, spears do get cut, but
Yes. Yes.
yeah, to me it looks really strong.
Very strong.
And I mean, so such beautiful watered steel, but the ultimate expression, the impression that stays with me is, boy, that looks strong.
Yes. You want to just put it in for show. You don't want to fight with it, but it's exceptionally. I mean, they're all fighting blades, of course, as well, right?
Oh yeah, because nobody on a battlefield is safe. Whether it's a general and he's up the back, it doesn't matter. Sometimes someone turns up,
Yes.
and the number of people that actually got killed in battle, like high commanders,
Yeah. Yeah.
is it was a dangerous job. Oh, that's nice.
You look at the helmet beat. This
Now
is
I can't guess the
easy.
date of that because normally, if they're that highly decorated, they're 19th century. But the decoration seems particularly well done.
Very well
Is
done.
it older than
Yes,
that?
this
18th
is an
century?
older, definitely.
Yeah.
Beat, look. Look at the chiseling. Superb chiseling.
Oh, the little birds on the nasal, that's cute.
Oh,
But
yeah, of
yeah,
course. This one, yeah.
I'm looking at the so it's chiseled, it's gilded. Um, the nasal has a little turn screw to loosen it to bring it down or tighten it to wear it up. The It looks like originally the rings attaching to the helmet were copper or gilded.
Yes.
Just the surviving steel rings are overlapped, maybe riveted originally, or
Yes, riveted.
maybe
Yes, you
forge
see that.
welded.
Yes, you see that here.
Yeah, because that may be forge welded. It could be riveted and the rivets torn out.
Yes.
It's hard to tell.
Very nice one.
That's when you need a microscope and a bit of time.
Yes.
But oh yeah, it's beautiful. Oh, that's a nice looking shield.
Yes. Okay, the Baleshtag is a replacement. That's clear, right?
Oh yeah, and not completely traditional, although the shield is completely traditional.
Completely. Look at
Um,
this.
mm.
Just to understand, to see how the beauty of it, please take a look at the chiseling.
It is so exceptional
It is
that
really
I
unbelievable.
mean you
When you
put
have
it
it
in a
in your
frame
hand,
and
Beat, when you
yeah.
touch the surface, you will not believe how it's unbelievable. Look at the work.
Mm. I see that is such a beautiful thing. I mean, if you hung that on the wall, and I'm not talking about my poor shield, which has got beautiful silver work on the bosses, but is nowhere near as good as that.
Yes.
Well, it's a different style anyway. But I'm just looking at the way they put the design elements together around the ring, and at the basis they form a different shaped little cartouche type shape as well. And then you've got the eight-pointed star in the middle. It's a real tour de force. I mean, you can imagine that on the inside surface of a dome, a mosque
Oh, let me,
or
yeah,
a very rich house.
yes, yeah,
And on the back, the steel, there's no evidence of all that chiseling. You can see some little patterns.
yeah,
It appears, is that like words done by little dot
yeah.
marking, or is it just traces of where something was glued in?
Something was glued in, Beat.
Yeah, because they probably had the whole of the inside surface with a glued in
Yes,
padded layer.
yes,
That is such a beautiful show.
it is really. And we move on to now the Arab safes. This is one of them.
Oh, good.
Yes.
Oh, that's a nice blade
Yeah, it is. It is made also of water steel, but again, this is this Sham steel. We know that, right? Shami steel.
from Syria. Yeah,
Yes, exactly.
yeah.
That's right.
So,
Yeah, let me
but
just go back. Excuse me. See?
yeah, that is a nice blade. It's got an interrupted fuller
Yes,
plus a shallow broad fuller as well. Um,
yes,
the um, the grip is 19th century style, early 20th century style,
Mhm.
but the blade looks much older.
Yeah, blade is much older, definitely. It's a refitted blade, absolutely.
Mm. You see that
You see, exactly.
quite often in Arab mounts, you see they prefer straighter blade, even though
Yes,
it's got a slight curve.
yes, they do. Okay, this before this is a goldsmith. These are made of and this
Mhm.
goldsmith also they have traditionally they have been refitting swords for Saudi princes and kings. That's that level.
Mhm.
Yes,
Yeah, very well, very high quality smithing, goldsmithing, I should say.
yes,
But the blade is really very nice.
very nice blade, excellent blade, very functional
Yeah.
blade. We have another one, and this is another safe. I mean, they have different safes, but this is another one, right? Also from
Mhm.
the collection. Look at this one.
Yeah.
Different style, but also not very curved. In the same, but Arab.
Yeah. And a very slight turn down of the quillins as well. Not very much, just enough to notice.
Yes,
The large pommel, you can see the influence of Persian Shamshir hilts and pommels on these, but they're distinct. You would never
yeah.
mistake
No, no, they're
one
distinct.
from the other.
Absolutely, absolutely.
They've got their own style, which
Let me
is
just show the other
look.
one again. What Beat mentions, you see, yeah, they're distinct. Absolutely. You see that this is Arab style. Absolutely. We see
Yeah.
it here as well. They're distinct. Yes, yes, they're
What-
distinct.
It's just occurred to me thinking about it. If you look at Caucasian and Tartar style sabers,
Mhm.
often they're quite straight like this too. Not all of them, the
Yes,
very early ones are quite
yes,
curved, but they have that kind of distinct pommel. But on the Tartar ones, it's at an angle rather than
yes.
being
They're
more
English.
right angle like on the Arab ones. But I wonder if there's influences backwards and forwards, considering the number of Circassian bodyguards that sheikhs and emirs and kings and princes used to have in the old days. I think there's still one in Jordan, a
Yes,
bodyguard unit of Circassians or the descendants of Circassians.
yes, yes. Very nice.
They're, yeah, very nice scabbards too. I mean, even as modern work, it's really up there with the kind of stuff they
Yes,
used to do in the good old
absolutely.
days.
Very expensive fittings. Gold,
Oh,
silver.
yeah.
This is the older blade, as you see that Beat, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah, the
Yes. So we move on. We go to, okay, this is Ottoman Shamsher as they call
mhm,
it, and also Ottoman blade. This is a watered blade, Ottoman.
mhm.
Oops, sorry. I forgot to put it close up. Sorry, B. Yeah, but very nice.
That's okay.
Yes,
Yeah, it's a fine looking blade. And not a very profound curve,
yes, that's right.
but an effective curve
Yes, beautiful.
and finger indentations on
Yes,
the hilt, which I've seen on Persian swords
yes,
and on Afghani sword I've seen
yes,
it on, and a couple from Lucknow in India, Pakistan.
yes,
But they're not that common. They do exist. You do come across them,
yes,
but they're not that common.
yes,
The scabbard fittings in that are very much 19th century style,
yes.
even though even I don't know if they're more recent,
Yes.
but if they are, they're really good
Really,
imitations of it.
yes.
Yeah, that's a
So,
nice sword.
yeah, very nice sword. Another one, another one.